Top 5 Best Ice Fishing Shelters. Number 5. Eskimo FatFish Portable 3 to 4 Person Pop-Up Ice Fishing Shelter. Summary. This large ice fishing shelter is ideal for trips with a few buddies or the family. It has 6 large windows that you can open or remove completely for plenty of fresh air and storage pockets so it doesn't feel cramped. Features. If you want a large shelter for ice fishing, this is a great choice. It is 94 by 94 by 80 inches tall. You don't have to worry about everyone fighting over who has to carry it, because it is a lightweight 27 pounds. It is also easy to set up and flares out at the bottom, which provides more fishing space. Even though it is room, however, the doors are small. This fishing shanty has insulated fabric to keep everyone warm and is durable, with 2 layers of high thread count woven fabric and an IGHT insulated fabric in the middle. It also has 6 large windows, heavy-duty anchors, and useful mesh storage pockets. Even though this model can reduce wind by 90%, heavy winds can cause the sides to cave in slightly. Additionally, it can be hard to fit the shelter back in the carry bag after the material has been stretched and tightened all day. Pros. Very large size and mesh storage pockets are accommodating. Warm, insulated fabric. Despite its size, this model weighs just 27 pounds. Cons. Material stiffens while set up, so can be hard to get back in the carry bag. Not as durable against wind as the smaller Eskimo model. Doors are on the small side. Coming in number 4. Eskimo QuickFish 3 Standard Pop-Up Tent. Summary. If you have a lot of gear to carry, the last thing you want is a shelter that is going to add to your load. The Eskimo QuickFish 3 is lighter than any of the others on the list because it does not have insulation, but it still keeps you warm with a heater or in mild winter conditions. Features. This Eskimo pop-up ice fishing shelter really does pop out to assemble the tent in less than a minute, even if it is windy outside. It helps keep you warm, even when using the model without insulation by cutting back on exposure to wind and the elements. It can also become quite warm if you use a heater. It is also roomy enough for 2 people or 3 people with minimal equipment. Its dimensions are 70 by 70 by 80 inches. Even though it is tall, the 2 doors located on either side of the tent are a little short. It has 2 ventilation holes, 4 windows that will not fog up with heat, and flaps on all sides of the shelter that let you secure them with snow, preventing wind from ripping through your tent. It is just 26 pounds, making it the lightest shack on this list that you can toss over your back and head out to the ice with, hassle-free. Unfortunately, it is not as easy to get the shelter flat enough to slide back into the cinch sack when you are done using it. Pros. Waterproof. Easy to set up, even in wind. Windows don't fog up, even when using a heater. Cons. Door is a little low, may need to duck to climb inside. Can be difficult to get flat enough to store in the carrying bag. Not as warm as insulated shelters. Coming in number 3. Frabill Hub Ice Fishing Shelter. Now we are wheeling out the big guns. Got a lot of friends, or just want a lot of space? If either are true, then this shelter will be right up your street. Do you know why? Because you can fit up to 6 people inside. And the fact that it is made by Frabill means that you will do so comfortably. And while I think it might be a stretch for 6 people to all fish at once, for 3 you're going to have all the space that you could need. The shelter is easy to put up, and even though it is relatively large, with a fishing area of 25 square feet, it isn't too heavy. You'll be able to run a heater, too, as the shelter has strategically placed air vents to ensure that condensation is kept to a minimum. Pros. You'll be hard-pressed to find a bigger shelter. For its size, incredibly light. Cons. Perhaps a little too big? Coming in number 2. Thunderbay Ice Cube Portable Ice Shelter. This shelter does exactly what its name says. It's a great big cube you can use out on the ice. What are its features? I really liked the extra wide skirting on the shelter. It was perfect for keeping gusts and drafts out. One really nice feature is the blackout interior. When the sun is shining on the ice, you can end up with ice strain if the interior of your shelter is too bright. As with many of our other ice shelter options, it comes with handy screw-in pegs to ensure that your protection stays put. In fact, the wind will never be an issue, as the substantial 300 denier fabric makes the shelter entirely windproof. Is that all? No sir. Weight can often be a problem, and if you need to travel a significant distance carrying a shelter, it can be tiring. Thunderbay have done their utmost to reduce weight with this product wherever they can. A great example of this is their use of fiberglass poles as support, and you'll get strength and rigidity without any of the excess weight. Pros. For the money, it's a really great shelter with plenty of standing room. Superior windproof qualities. Cons. The windows are quite high, so you may struggle to look outside without standing up. Coming in number 1. Eskimo QuickFish Series Ice Fishing Shelter. You'll undoubtedly know that when you are out on the ice, the weather can change for the worse in 2 minutes flat. Luckily, this shelter will be up and ready in 1. And that's not all. It's really simple to take down, too. Everything about this shelter shouts easy. It comes with its own cinch carry pack, perfect for lugging on your back or on a sled if you prefer. It even offers a 19% weight saving against similar-sized shelters. Listen, this is important. All the weight saving in the world is useless if your shelter doesn't keep you dry. Fortunately, this isn't an issue. A high-density fabric ensures that not one drop of precipitation or a gust of wind will make it through to the interior. Speaking of wind, you want your shelter to stay exactly where you set it up. Eskimo have been kind enough to include self-tapping ice screws. They are really rugged and easy to screw into the ice. Once they are in, your shelter isn't going anywhere. Pros. Lightweight and portable. Easy to set up and take down. Cons. The height of the shelter can be slightly restrictive if you are a taller person,